Let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. He gets crushed behind the line, and the ball comes out. And they say the Packers got to this one. Well, this one's certainly off to an exciting start, partner. Hopefully this is the type of energy we're going to see the whole way today.
Defensive coaches, Kate, love to say, steal a possession, find a way to steal a possession. Well, they stole it on the very first play, and now put their offense in the driver's seat.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Chargers.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds. We're seeing this more and more these days, mixing some deep looks into that opening script, Brock. Test all levels of the secondary. They held up there.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the last time this defense will be tested. This group likes to push the ball down the field. They answered the call that time.
Ready? Chill. Go.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Knocked away and hits the ground, incomplete. That brings up 4th down. And I'm just going to assume, Brock, we're going to see a more aggressive defense here after the amount of points these guys gave up last week.
Yeah, that performance was not up to standard, but this looks a whole lot more like an attacking the pass. Not just playing the defense, but go knock the ball away. You would think the kickers should be automatic from anything inside of 40 yards, but I guess that could serve as a little gentle reminder you can never take any kick for granted. So many things have to go right each time for it to be up and good.
Play action now for Herbert. It's caught. This is Ladd McConkey. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's going to give the Chargers the 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Chased out to his right. Here's a catch for Luther Burden. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. That's a pickup of 9. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down. Sending him on the dime. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also pulls the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you can put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9, all the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together...
And the Packers are all over it. He goes down. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
3rd and long for him here. Secured by Burden on the slant. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that will get them on the board.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Pretty big kick for him. Actually, a new season long. And when you do that, guess what happens? You're going to get called upon from that distance yet again.
Showing a little burst so far. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. We've set it downs for him from the 31. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Dumped off to his running back. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
The intended target was his running back. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. They need a good chunk here, at least 14 yards to pick up this first down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And this one won't get there. Looked good, but the stop is made just before he could get the first.
A 14-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They're going for it. It's Nix. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
It's a turnover on downs.
So first down from the 41.
Coleman trips right.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Throw is there for Arondé Ganson. And he stops at the 31-yard line. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. It'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
Hey, forget about it. Forget first down. For a moment, they were thinking touchdown on that play. What a time to deliver a breakaway run. And that puts a ton of momentum on their side for the next snap.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Set, go.
From the red zone now. Pass it down close. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
As any quarterback will tell you over the course of their career, it's not easy to deliver an accurate throw as you're about to get smacked.
380. 5-9, 5-9. Set.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now they're left with 3rd and goal. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defensive down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal. Katie York now on for the field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. York knocks it through. And they come away with some points on that series.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
His return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. Finds his man over the middle. Still going inside the 35. That's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers tie it up late in the 1st. There sure was a lot of trust on that play, Brock, and he proved worthy of it with that end result.
Yeah, good old receiver. Someone who just knows how to get it into the end zone is worth his weight in gold to a QB. And on that throw, there was trust there that he had a shot to find pay dirt.
Now Borregales on to send it away. Here's White on the return. Showing a little burst so far. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. New set of downs for him from the 31. 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Headed out right. He's running with it. Continuing to move past the 45. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end. Only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. John, well done there.
And that is how our first quarter will end, as that pass falls incomplete. So they'll get to scheme about this third down call for a bit. That brings us to the end of one. 7-6 is our score. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They'll need something big here to start out. It's third and long.
Baylor Tiger.
Herbert from the gun. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. He's got it inside the 10. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers take a second quarter lead.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed...
You missed it. The extra point's no good, so keep that difference at 5. The Chargers just about ready. And there they go, sending it away. Return coming from the 6. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Nix with it on first. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Textbook hitch route. Hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
They'll run now on second down. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Working quickly here.
First and 10.
Nix now on first and 10. Hits his running back. And he gets through for a 7-yard gain. The tackle made at the 47.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is second and 2. Right up the gut. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Handoff now to the receiver. On the move, past the 40. And the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
Running for the marker on second. And that short gain is enough for him to set it down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
We've set it down from 37. On first down, it's Nix. Thrown all the way to the end zone here. And he's got it. It's in close. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a second quarter lead. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
And that pass is caught inside the end zone. The two-point try comes through, and their lead's a field goal now. Now Borregales on to send it away. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10.
Set.
Herbert with a blitz coming. Has it downfield, working the left. The 30. Gets the 10. He makes it in for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers take the lead on the first play of the drive. Ladd McConkey with a touchdown. York now for the extra point. And that's no good. His second missed extra point of the day. The Chargers kicking team out, and they'll send this away. Has this at the 6. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20.
At their own 24-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. Kraft has it. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. A big 34-yard pickup there. And it'll give the Packers the first.
I'm not sure, Kate. I'm not sure, you're not sure, everyone in the building is not sure how you can lose the biggest eligible receiver on the field, but that's exactly what the defense just did.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Blown back gets the handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. Getting 24 yards on that one. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
That's good for a Packers first down. First and 10.
Working inside the red zone. Rolling out to his left. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. And that's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Some of these quarterbacks, Kate, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space to find those completions outside the pocket.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, it's Nix. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers get some late points and the lead. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere in the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Here's White on the return. He dodged the tackle. Mismanages to get just beyond that 30-yard line.
First and 10. At their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Kappa. Baylor Tiger. Hey, ram.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's keeping it.
Pete, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the Nets, the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
steps away from one. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Short pass brought in. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down. Herbert. On it, and he nearly picked it, so couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's second down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
It's Herbert once more. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch. But then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long. For the third time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. New York knocks it through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Hey, facing a deficit that's going to follow you into halftime in that locker room, they will welcome those 3 points and a little bit of feel-good momentum.
Returning it from the 4. And he made a push for the 30-yard line before going out just a bit shy. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Here's Nix. Escapes the pocket. That one's complete, right side. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Offense up to the line fast. Now Nix. Look him out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Got his man. It's Golden. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Once more, it's Nix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now it's 2nd down.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
Throwing again. Here's Nix. And he put everything he's got behind it. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To the air on 3rd and long. Completed to his running back. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
All set to go now from the 35. They'll throw again. Nix. That's incomplete for the moment. moment, we do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So they send him out for a field goal, and they don't get much longer than this. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And it doesn't have the leg. They called on him from deep, but he just can't get it there. And they can't push the lead beyond a field goal. First half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Packers getting set here. First and 10. Nix from the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 27-yard line.
Here's Nix to throw. Throw left side, complete. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll give the Packers the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have second and 3.
Brings up second and 3 at the Chargers' 42-yard line.
They give it to him again. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Oh, I said. Ready?
On first and 10, here's Nix. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them the first down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Offense in position now. It's first and goal.
Oh, I said. To the right, yeah. Motion, motion.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's stopped just a little short of the goal line. He's down to the 2. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
A gain of 7. Brings up second and goal.
Pressure coming for Nix. And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a third down. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup.
Yeah.
Unless you're already committed to going for it on fourth, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
Third and goal, here's Nix. And he will have them a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Now
Borregales on to send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. To the line on first and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Herbert now. Has him on the quick stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield stripe. Goes to the hurry up here.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Chargers first down.
Go.
1st and 10. Here's Herbert. He gets this one against him. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Chargers first down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Chargers.
Herbert now off the play fake. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. So gets 16 yards on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
First down. First and 10. 26-yard line.
Herbert throwing again. McConkey's got it again. And that is a Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers start the second half with some needed points. Matt McConkey with a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense.
And now down he goes. He's sacked, and they're unable to tie this game.
Chargers 27.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Return coming from the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Ready. Ready.
Nix with it on 1st. Completes this one to Kraft. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook was wide open.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Nix. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Nix off the play action. Vacates quickly left side. On the run, deep down the left side. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers push this to an 8-point game. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here. But his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his second touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Here's White on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Herbert from the gun. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Danny Stutzman comes up with it. There he goes. Pick 6. Touchdown, Green Bay. Thrown at the depth where linebackers coming to play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Packers take a 16-point lead.
Packers 43, Chargers 27.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start after 35. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Herbert back to it after the pick. Throwing the out route complete. And this one does not go far. It goes to the hurry-up offense here. They go play action. Here's Herbert. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
That was simply a case of not enough time available to let that play develop. That throw was out so quick, and he wasn't able to reel it in.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. On 3rd down, Herbert. That one's good to McConkey. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
The Chargers get 1st down.
It's Herbert once more. To the right and pulled in by McConkey. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Herbert to throw once more. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't get it to Oronde Gadsden the second. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Herbert again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Luther Burden, the guy he was looking for. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Third and long. They're going to throw. Forced out to his right. Connects downfield. On target to Burden. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
4 yards. That's another Chargers 1st down.
Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 6-yard line.
This is the end of the 3rd quarter. The Chargers have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
Set. Ready.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. This one's caught. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Step.
From the gun on 3rd, it's Herbert. On the move, headed right. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
I can pretty much guarantee you, Kate, the minute that quarterback left the pocket, that D coordinator started to hold his breath. It is so hard when you play a dual-threat QB out on the run in space, especially down here in the red zone, but the defense rises to the occasion.
Hey, ram.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Escapes out to the left. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced. Brock had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. A give now from the gun. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Chased out to his right. Completed to his running back. And they bring him down here at about the 13-yard line.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. and you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Complete out to the right side. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
18-yard line.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. There's a dive up the middle. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down.
Down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Another carry for him. And they're going to bring him down after his play rips off quite a chunk of yardage there, up to the 30. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. First and 10 now from the 30. Plowing up the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
It really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number 1, got to control that nose tackle. Number 2, you got to get people to the 2nd level. That was teaching tape.
Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
They fake the handoff. Now Nix. Buys time, rolling right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Give now to the running back. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
All right, Kate, little confession time. And you know what they say, confession, good for the soul, bad for the reputation. I think my most negative grades carrying out fakes were on toss plays like that. Because you toss it, you know it's going for a big play, and all you want to do is watch it and not carry out your fake.
Give him 5 on that play as he gets him inside the red zone.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Back to the well again. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And he's able to get this down to the 13. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. He's got it. That's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers have likely locked up the win right there. Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Packers stretch the lead to 23. Now Borregales on to send it away. Here's White on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Gets everything he has. They're on it. That's intercepted. Packers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Hits his running back. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll run here on 1st down. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Back-to-back carries here. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Running it after the penalty. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A 2-yard loss on the play.
So a historic venue in football sees yet another win as the Packers take this one at Lambeau. And the sting of losing such a close one the week before apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out.